Welcome back to my Bikini Prep mini series. This is number 4. We're going to talk about motivation and comparison. If you've missed the previous videos, I talked about workouts, we talked about meal plan nutrition, and we talked about cost. And if you're brand new, it might blow you away. Let's talk about motivation. Prior to signing up for a bikini competition, I am that ball out who loves to work out. Need to move my body in a specific way every day. Same way we would just naturally take in air. It's like a part of me. My husband used to joke that Jackie doesn't exercise. It's like an angry Jackie. It is such a release, natural introvert. I recharge so much solo. I need my me time. It allows me to just de-stress and start my day. Over the years, I was a Beachbody coach. I'm still affiliated. We changed our name to Body. I'm still a Body affiliate, still a group fitness instructor and a trainer. Majority of the women that I coached over the years, a lot of them were moms, but just in general, they did not have this natural motivation to work out. Ebb and flow and have seasons that they're really motivated and seasons that they're not. A ton of my clients would have been motivated when they had some big event, upcoming vacation, somebody's wedding or their own wedding, just like a big event that they were going to and they had to wear a dress. Usually if it was some actual event that had a deadline, that's when people were most motivated to stay consistent. They hit that deadline and then they just go back to their less healthy habits. The only thing that's changed for me since doing this prep is my workouts, while the movements and things for the most part are things that I always did in my strength training workouts. I'm just now training glutes 3 times a week when I maybe had 2 lower body days, which weren't just like glute focused. My Sundays, I never took rest days in decades. I always felt like my body didn't need it. Probably lying to myself. Always did like an easier workout on Sundays. There generally wasn't weights. It was probably some cardio based or like a 20-minute hit, maybe a little bit of Pilates thrown in, but I didn't really rest. Now, Sundays is mobility. So it's a 30-minute stretching and mobility workout. And then my husband and I take like a 45-minute to an hour Sunday morning walk on days that it's nice. We have like a huge walking path by our house and it's at like a normal pace. We're not out here power walking or trying to just like make sure we hit a certain amount of steps. It's just like a way to wake up, enjoy some nature, some fresh air, bond with each other before we go to church in the morning. Talk about motivation. Today is June 11th. I technically signed up with my coach April 1st, but I probably started actually doing her workouts April 6th. We're about 2 months in. My motivation has not dropped. Even weeks that I've had busy work weeks and, I'm really trying to push a little harder in my workouts, my motivation has not dropped yet. My calories, she hasn't dropped me yet. My macros haven't changed in the 2 months that we have been working together. She thinks everything is where it's supposed to be for this point. As we get closer to my comp, that will probably change. She probably is going to drop my carbs a little bit. My calories probably will go down, and therefore my natural energy may start to decline a little bit. And so I may feel a little bit more of that struggle. Right now, I am extra motivated. Second thing that helped me with motivation is this past weekend, we went to a show. I've seen so many in the past 5 months. My Instagram now is full of women that I follow that are pro level and regular, they haven't hit that pro card yet. That is motivation, just to see them. Going to the show was great. It did help me understand the flow a little bit. Husband understand how long a show can be. It's a long day. We're just there for the show, for prejudging and finals. People who are competing, who are getting up at the crack of dawn to get that second or third spray tan on, their hair and makeup done, and then all the waiting that happens until it is time for your prejudging. That was very motivating for me to see these amazing physiques on stage. Those came out first. So any woman who has their pro card that was competing, they came out first. And at first, my brain immediately said, holy bleep, I am nowhere near that. I am going to make a fool of myself on stage. Then my logical side kicked in. Okay, wait a minute. These ladies are at the pro level. Some of them have been competing for years. They've been training this specific way for years. They've had off seasons that have been long and have been grinding to build a physique. And then through prep, you slim it down to uncover all the muscle that you have built.
Walk to the back line. Face front, no. Stay there.
Then by then it was just like, okay, now I'm just motivated to go really hard in my workouts. After that, there's some of the other divisions like wellness and I think mine had physique. And then it was the regular bikini division, which would be against basically a category that I will be competing in.
I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough.
Face the back.
My nails dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The heels, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pops to meet her.
Some of them were very well conditioned, and some of them were decently conditioned, but not like as well conditioned as the pros. That helped me a little bit. It doesn't say, oh, I'll be fine, but it's like, okay, it gives me a little bit better of a comparison to keep motivated, but not to just be so negative on myself, not at this level. But remember, even though I've been exercising and strength training for years, strength training and building a body for a specific bodybuilding show for the specific class bikini is different out of my own head as I was watching, and just letting me feel really inspired. Like, okay, I want to look like that someday. Then also the regular bikini division, that was good to see too, because again, you had somebody, it was their first show, and you could tell, like, again, they didn't come out there where they didn't belong, but you could just tell a newbie from somebody who maybe has done a year or two of competing. I know exactly who I was going to show up on my show day. I could show up and it's a massively stacked show, but I am just going to focus on making sure I bring my best package. If you're lacking in motivation for the show, I think you need to first figure out how bad do you want to compete and what is your reasoning for it. I'm hoping that I bring my best package, that I have not slacked in my workouts, that I'm staying consistent and aware of my nutrition and, dialing it in as I'm supposed to be, and that I just show up with the best that I could give within these 6 months. And then I can have an off season where, again, now I really know what to build, and then focus on that build season, come back even stronger next year. Motivation, make sure you know why you're competing. My Instagram, I started following a ton of other people who are in this sport because A, they get it, and B, whether they're a couple steps or many steps ahead of me, either way, I can learn something from them. I can be inspired by them. I can be motivated by them. It has also really helped my motivation and my excitement level. That's why social media is so great. You don't have to physically know somebody to follow them, be inspired by them, be motivated by them, etc. Now let's talk about comparison. Like I said before, when I was first looking at the pros, when they first walked on stage, I was like, I am about to be embarrassed when I step on stage and we turn around and do our back pose. And all these girls got very high defined glutes, very nice defined tie-ins for their hamstrings. And I'm just sitting back there going like, well, this is it. Get out of your own head. you have to remember this is your chapter one. This is my chapter one as a bikini competitor. It doesn't matter that I've been exercising since 2006. It doesn't matter that I've been strength training since like, I don't know, 2014. It is my first chapter. And so I need to make sure I give myself a little bit of grace on that. Love to see some of these pros. I think her name is Carrie Sexton, following her. And she just made a post the other day, showed from her very first season to 3 or 4 seasons in. And just to see her back pose, where her glutes are at, where her hamstrings are at, is insane. So it just goes to show the more that you are training for something specific, the more growth of you against you, and just improving your package every single time you step on stage. Posing, I'm kind of really going to be like a freaking baby deer when I walk on that stage. I know it. I'm going to try to do my best and practice as much as possible before then. But who knows? That confidence level is going to come the more I continue to do this. You're doing a competition or not, even if you're just starting out with strength training or exercising at all, let the people around you on social media or whomever you're watching inspire you. Be conscious of when that comparison trap starts to come in. Of course, there's that famous quote that like comparison is the thief of joy, but it really is. Like, this journey is bringing me joy. Like, I'm doing something that I wanted to do all those years ago. I am really excited to see like how hard I can push. I am jumping into something brand new that is scary and exciting. If I stay in those moments of comparing my body to somebody else's body, and our chapters are not the same. And honestly, even if it's your chapter one and their chapter one, everybody's different. To have those moments, but to not stay in the moment of comparison. Also, not to compare yourself in this season of your life to a previous season of your life. Back to when I did a lot more coaching. Women always wanted to lose weight and they wanted to fit in these jeans that they wore in high school. And I was like, girl, I haven't even had kids and I don't fit into the jeans that I had in high school. And you've had like 4 kids. Like, our hips change, things change as we get older, whether you've had kids or not. So like, that should not be your goal. So don't be comparing yourself to the fitness level that you might have been at one day, the body fat that you would are at someday, the weight that you were at someday, the size jeans you were at someday. The goal is, I want to improve where I'm at right now and work on being the best me that I can right now, where I'm comfortable in my skin, where I'm healthy, where I'm building strength, and not stuck in that comparison, because that's going to drop your motivation. If you're stuck in that comparison, you're never going to level up to where you think you should be at. You're going to lose that motivation to keep pushing. I hope this is helpful. New competitor, go to a show. Honestly, I think it was one of the best things that got me so motivated. And I had like a kick butt Monday glute workout, and I was like, I'm gonna go a little heavier. And even though I was getting tired and I was feeling the burn, it was like, on this like glute hip thrust machine, I was like, I'll put on another plate. And I got up to 180. It does help you push a little bit more, and seeing other people online and what they're doing in their workouts. And I do like when women share about what weight they are using for specific exercises. Again, it's not like, oh, she's lunging with 50-pound dumbbells in each hand, I'm going to do that. No. Okay, what is mine then? Can I go up a couple pounds? Let it inspire you. Let it motivate you. Don't stay in that comparison trap. I hope this is helpful. Come back for the next video.